Welcome to this tutorial on using message subfiles in RPGLE for IBM I. Today, we're going to walk through a sample program that dynamically validates user input, displays error messages, and manages a message subfile using APIs like QMHSNDPM and QMHRMVPM. Let's dive in. Before we dive into the example, let's understand the declaration of the files. SFLMSGDSPF, subfile message display, create the subfile in a display file and it as a message subfile. Here, the message subfile is created with the SFLMSG and SFLMSGRCD keywords. This setup allows our program to display error or informational messages directly on the screen. It's an essential component for creating an interactive user interface. MSGSFLPF message subfile PF file, it declares the MSGSFLPF file, which is keyed and used for input operations only in the program. Then, defining the indicators and variables, this data structure defines various indicators used to control the subfile operations. Next, we move to the variable declarations and the use of IBM I APIs. This program uses two key APIs. 1. QMHRMVPM to remove messages from the queue. 2. QMHSNDPM to send messages to the program queue. These APIs work together to ensure our message subfile is updated dynamically, giving users real-time feedback. Initialization subroutine INZSR. In the initialization subroutine, we set up the environment. This includes assigning the message file MSGF1 and configuring the program queue to handle messages efficiently. Main processing loop. The core of our program lies in its main loop. Here's how it works. 1. The program writes the initial subfile control record and clears any existing messages using the remove PGM subroutine. 2. After loading the subfile screen MSFL test, first the default SR subroutine will be executed, and all the fields get cleared and reverse indicators will get off. 3. It waits for user input through the MSFL test screen. 4. Depending on the input, it validates fields like employee ID, name, department, and role. 5. If errors are found, specific messages are displayed in the subfile. Validation subroutine. The validation SR subroutine handles input validation. For example, if the employee ID is blank or invalid, the reverse image indicator for the ID field IDRI is turned on, and a corresponding message of message ID MSG0001 is sent using the send PGM subroutine. Each validation failure highlights the problematic field and shows the relevant error message in the subfile. Send PGM subroutine. Let's take a closer look at the send PGM subroutine. This is where the QMHSNDPM API is called to send messages to the program queue. These messages are linked to the display file, ensuring users see them immediately. Remove PGM. The remove PGM subroutine clears all existing messages from the program queue using the QMHRMVPM API. This ensures that the subfile starts fresh for the next user interaction. Insert subroutine. If all validations pass, the program calls the insert SR subroutine. Here, the user input is written to the database file mixfulpf. A success message of message ID MSG0009 is then displayed in the subfile, confirming the record was added successfully. To summarize, this program dynamically validates user inputs and displays error messages in a message subfile. Next, it uses reverse image indicators to highlight fields needing correction. The APIs QMHSNDPM and QMHRMVPM are the key to managing messages efficiently. That's wrap up. Thank you for watching our video tutorial on the message subfile in IBM I RPGLE by programmers.io. We hope you found it informative and useful for your programming task. If you have any questions or would like to explore more RPGLE topics, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more RPGLE programming insight. Happy coding!